Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have a K9 Cyber Dragon deck profile for you, utilizing the artifact Thor lock, I like to call it. I had a lot of fun. Can't say my opponents had fun, but it is a really fun combo deck to play just for this in-between format while we're waiting for a ban list. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off with Cyber Dragon Core, we have 3. Cannot cut this down. This is the best starter in the deck. 1 Claw, 1 Chimera, 1 Hertz, 1 Cyber Dark Worm, and 1 OG Cyber Dragon. 2 Cyber Dark Realm, might bump this up to 3, and 3 Cyber Emergencies, then 1 Power Bond. That's all for the Cyber Dragon cards. Let's move on to the K9 engine. I really like the K9 engine. This really buffs up the Cyber Dragon deck just because the level 5 synergy works seamlessly together, and it helps stop the hand traps, or it punishes your opponent for using hand traps against you. And previously, Cyber Dragon, once you hand trap Core or Realm, their turn is basically over. But now you can actually make a board. So 3 Azuna, 3 Jokul. Jokul's so good. It's so good in this deck. 1 Lupus, 1 Lantern, 1 Force Release, and 1 Case for K9. I might even want to play more Case for K9 going forward, just so I could see Jokul in my hand more often. Next, we'll just do the hand traps. It's very brief, just 3 Fualos and 3 Ash. You don't have much room for hand traps in this deck, but you don't actually mind because even if your opponent makes the board, it's not super hard for you to break it. Or, Azuna counts as a hand trap kind of too. So these are just the rest of the deck. So 1 Regulus, 1 Diabell Star, 1 Artifact Mjolnir, Thor's Hammer. This is basically a turn skip. It's so easy to resolve this card, especially with the K9 cards. It just skips your opponent's turn, basically. Clockwork Knight. And this is how you break your opponent's board going second. If your Clockwork Knight resolves, your opponent's board's basically wiped. You just Clockwork Knight, change all their monsters to machines, and then you contact fusion, and if they can't stop this card from resolving, it's usually game. 3 Droplet, just get rid of some problem cards. It's just really good going second. And then just for making sure your turn goes through, Talent and Called By. Now for the extra deck, 1 Infinity, 1 Nova, 2 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragons. So a lot of people just play 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon and then 1 of the Clockwork Knights. But I found that 2 is really, really good because they don't expect it. And then if they survive the first Chimera Tech, they're not playing around the second. Or if they pop the first Clockwork Knight, they're not going to play around the second Clockwork Knight. And you just swallow up their board again. Mega Fleet, really good against Crystron. Rampage Dragon, it's good for OTKing or going first. It is essential for your Mjolnir lock. Clockwork Knight. And then for the K9 cards, 1 Ripper and then 1 Werewolf. Valon, just for another level 5. It comes up and it's pretty good. Dagda, the main driver of your artifact lock. Quinquerry, also needed for the artifact lock because this helps special summon the Mjolnir to your opponent's side of the field. Quillfort Genius, it's really good with Jokul. Just make Quillfort Genius, Jokul effect, summon itself and another K9, and then search your Therion King Regulus or the Blaster, and it's just free. It's a free body. SP, just for your end board, and then Chaos Angel comes up, especially if you get de-barriered, but it's just very easy to make with the K9 cards. It's rid of a problem card, and it's a wall. It's Chaos Angel. Next, we have the side deck. Always, like I say, take my side deck with a grain of salt because I play a because I build it for my locals that I go to 3 different ones, so it's constantly changing because different people go to the mall. So you don't have to follow my side deck at all if you disagree with it. 2 Perilias, 2 Lightning Storms, 2 Ultimate Slayers. You send the Valon, you bounce a monster, and then Valon pop a face down. It's like it's a +2. 3 Solemn Judgments. Solemn Judgment with Artifact Lock, it's like there's no way they're winning. Rivalry of Warlords, because when you have Clockwork Knight on the field and Rivalry of the Warlords, they basically cannot play at all. 2 Cosmic Cyclones, and then 3 Lancia. Still, unfortunately, you gotta play this card because there's still people playing Malice at my local, so you don't have to play Lancia at all if you don't want to. That is all for the deck. Let's get into the combo. Super fun combo. All you really need in your hand is Cyber Dragon Core to pull this off, but you will have 4 other cards in your hand, and a lot of you guys will say, oh, if this guy's hand trapped, the whole combo doesn't work. Like, sure, that's only assuming you have no other extenders in your hand. For this video though, I will just show the 1-card combo. So you normal summon Cyber Dragon Core, activate effect, search realm. If you hand trap here, I'll tell you where to hand trap, but if you hand trap here and they already have realm in their hand or a claw or any way to get to realm, it's a useless place to hand trap because it's still full combo. So claw, realm, activate realm, realm effect to search. Cyberdark Chimera. Chimera gets normal summon by realm's effect to extra normal summon. Right here, if you had another spell in hand, you could pitch it right now for Chimera effect to search Power Bond. But let's say if you don't, Core, Link Summon into Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight effect on summon, send Cyberdark Realm to the graveyard to search Clockwork Knight, the spell card. Now, if you didn't have another spell, you would have to pitch this Clockwork Knight to search Power Bond using Chimera's effect. So here is where it differs from my last combo that I posted on my channel. Instead of Genius, you go for Artifact Degda. Chimera effect, when it's sent to graveyard, sends Cyberdark Worm. Cyberdark Worm effect in graveyard sends Hurts for cost and special summons itself and adds back your Cyberdark Realm that you'll need to discard later on. Now, Hurts effect in graveyard to search your OG Cyber Dragon. So you need to use the Power Bond here, and then Chainlink 2 Degda to set your Mjolnir from deck to field. Power Bond resolves. Because you used Chimera's effect to search it, Power Bond can banish from the graveyard for Rampage Dragon. When Rampage Dragon is summoned, it could pop the Mjolnir. So from here, you can just overlay these two. For Quinqueri effect, just special summon the Mjolnir to your opponent's side of the field, and you know, they're locked out till the end of their next turn. This is like the most basic combo that you can do if you had just the core in your hand. But if we were to, let's say, have a K9 card in hand, like the Jokul, let's say you had a way to get the Jokul or Jokul in your hand, you just go, you overlay these two for Nova and Infinity, and then you overlay the Jokul and Cyber Dragon for the Quinqueri instead. Jokul effect first would search Lantern. You make the Quinqueri, you discard Jokul, special summon the Lantern to lock them out. Special summon the Mjolnir to lock them out. And then Lantern will target the Jokul, special summon. Now Lantern will search Force Released from your deck. And then now you could go into like Ripper or probably Ripper here, but you could do Valon too, if depending on what you're playing against. But Ripper because you have Force Released, and then lastly because you have the last Realm in hand, you could banish Clockwork Knight, discard the Realm, and then you special summon Therion King Regulus, equipping Clockwork Knight from your graveyard. Now Infinity can suck up Mjolnir. Sorry, this you summon it in attack mode. So your Infinity can suck up Mjolnir. Yeah, don't forget that. Don't forget to put in attack mode, my bad. And I don't feel like re-filming this video. Now, most people will go SP Little Knight with these two, but I'm super toxic and greedy, and I would actually detach the Mjolnir to negate something, and then Quinqueri. If they survive, Quinqueri effect again, and then artifact lock again. And there's no way they're surviving 2 artifact locks. You know, like I said, I'm toxic. Again, put it in attack mode. Suck it up again. So to sum it up, you have 2 Omni negates and a hand and graveyard negate, as well as a pop, and turn this into a werewolf that can right now attack 3 times, but you probably would have had to detach one from Ripper before. And then you could make this into an SP, but like I said, you don't always have to. Again, a lot of times I even make it to turn 3 because they would scoop it up after they see this board and they kind of see the writing on the wall. And especially with the new time rules, most people will just scoop if this combo went through. So to go back to the beginning of the video, like I said, if you negate core, if you shotgun a hand trap on core and I already have Realm or Claw in hand to search it, I get to this end board, and then plus you turn on my K9 engine. So what you should actually do is just wait for the Quinqueri effect to special summon the Mjolnir, because once I get to that point, I already used up all my effects because they're all once per turn, and then like all my gas is in the graveyard, and then you're not locked. All you'll have to deal with is just the Infinity and Regulus, but I mean, at least you don't need to deal with Mjolnir. And if you shotgun the hand trap and I had the extender, you would have got locked anyway. So yeah, I personally believe you just wait for the Quinqueri. Also, shout out to Dueling Guard for this sick playmat. The really high quality, that's stitch edge, really thick rubber, lasts for super long, and the print is insane quality. So definitely check out Dueling Guard for anime playmats and deck boxes. Use my code for 15% off. Thank you for staying to the very end. If you have any recommendations, I would love to hear it, because that's what makes Cyber Dragon fun, is that the deck is super flexible. There's so many ways to play it and combo off. And if you have any other decks that you would like me to make a profile on or combo guide about, I have access to a lot of decks, so always looking for new content ideas to make. That is all for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one.